Okay. 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. There you go, Bob. So I'm Rahn Fleming. This is Chaz Maclay. I've known Chaz since he was an awkward, wide-eyed, tentative, bashful ninth grader. We came in here one day, having a bad day, having a bad week, having a bad first part of his freshman year, and asked if I could show him around. And the rest, very genuinely, is history. Chaz, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, when you graduated, how long you've been lifting, that sort of thing.
So I graduated in 2016, and I've been lifting since I've met Ron here. That was the beginning of my freshman year, kind of going through my hard depression, and that was after the fact when I tried to commit suicide. So I had to stay after school, and I found my way down here, and I didn't know the difference between the barbell, dumbbell, bench, or deadlift. He taught me all that.
So it was an actual clinical depression. You were in the middle of it
Yeah.
when you came down here. And the suicide attempt had been while you were enrolled in high school?
Yeah, right.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you failed.
Yeah, me too.
That's
Me
one
too.
of the times. So what happened then was I have been training with strength conditioning training with weights since I was about Chaz's age at that point. I was 14 or 15 years old and started my wrestling coach at 6 in the morning. And I've been training ever since. And part of what I'm really, really grateful I get to do here at school is that I get to share what was given to me so many years ago. I get to pass that on to others who are kind of in the same spot in life that I was. Our situations are different coming in, but what we get out of being here is each our own version of exactly right on that day, you know? Can you describe for me some of what is it, what does lifting give you? What has it given you? What have you achieved? Who have you become? Those kinds of things.
Since I've started lifting, it actually gave me purpose. So before coming here, I didn't feel like I had purpose. But the purpose that I found in here, exactly what you said, it helped you and helping others through lifting. And that is exactly what I'm doing in my life. Going to school, becoming a strength and conditioning coach, help others not only physically but mentally and emotionally get stronger.
Right. I like when you said it gives you purpose. One of the sort of triads, I love alliteration, I love to write too. And one of the triads I think about is that here in the fitness center we have place. You know, they would walk in here, it's familiar, the faces are familiar, the music's familiar. Once we allow ourselves to be taught, that's another lesson we learn here. Asking for help is absolutely vital to getting to where you want to be. So we have place and we have purpose in that. And here's how I think of it. I can have a whole entire day that's going horribly. And when I come into this room, life makes sense again. You know, out there I've got you know, maybe when I was getting divorced, for example, I had lawyers in my ear, I had guardian ad litem, I had a judge, I had a court-appointed social psychologist, I had all these people who were telling me what I had to do, and I did all of it because I really, really wanted the thing to go smoothly. But when I came in here, it was me and it was the weight. And I knew that if I worked this hard for this long, with this intensity, I would get this result. Life makes sense, you know? And at a time, maybe as a depressed 14-year-old, or as a getting divorced 40-some-odd-year-old, I had very little sense of control in my life. But when I came in here, it wasn't so much about the control as the satisfaction of knowing that I could commit the effort and get the outcome. And so, place and purpose and path. You know, it became path for you, wanting to formalize it so you can pass it on. I know that this is just from some reading I did to prepare for our conversation. I know that certainly in high schoolers, 9th through 12th grade, I think it's at least 60 minutes of some sort of exercise, 4 or more times per week. Like a quarter, 23% of the kids in the survey reported feeling better from actual physiological depression, reported decreased suicidal ideation, reported better sleep. And that's another thing, and not just sleep, but a sense of belonging. We have community. Tell me a little bit about the various communities that you've discovered. You know, as you've lived it, I know you've gone from place to place. It took you to college. It's brought you home. What are the different, like, we don't feel isolated anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How does that work for you?
For me, it's like when I first came in here, I didn't talk to anyone besides Junie, but then it was only a few words for the first couple of weeks.
Yeah, I remember it well. Yeah.
But now, like when I walk in here and CVU Gym to come and visit, as I'm 3 years out of high school, I know the faces, I know the kids, even some of the kids that are in high school right now, I know them. They look up to me, and I love teaching them.
Yeah.
Because they find that passion. I love being able to having people be able to approach me, I can approach them. And even now, I still deal with my anxiety and depression, but it is better, and it is getting better through the exercise.
And you've belonged to a number of different gyms along the way. You've
Yeah.
trained with different, and so was it like a segue or a door opener
Yeah,
to belong to new
definitely
communities when
was.
you're in new
Yeah,
places?
from being at the school to going to my own commercial gym, going out to the gyms, and then even like when I was at my competition in Vegas where I got the world record, I won.
Okay, wait. You just said world record. Let's backpedal a minute. So when you came here, early 9th grade, complete novice, no idea one thing from the other, and then in the next 6 years, you found the magic in here for yourself sufficient that you're now, what's the world record that you hold? Tell me.
The world record that I hold is for the age of 19. I have the world record for the deadlift at 646 pounds.
646 pounds. So you can basically lift a small car if we need you to. That's fantastic. But then it opened doors for you as well, right? Tell me a little bit about, I know you've come home, but you went to college because you got recruited for...
I got recruited for powerlifting after the fact of getting that world record out in Vegas, and a school in Illinois recruited me to be on their powerlifting team this last semester. So I spent this last semester out in Illinois doing that, competing in Washington State.
So in some ways, and where I'm going with this is that I think that you walk into a gym and you find all you got to do is ask for a spot, and then 3-4 sets later you have a friend, you know, and you're wondering what am I going to do when I'm done in high school, and in your case is unique and special, but you got recruited by a college to come in and power lift for them on their team.
Beginning by working out, I work out every day after school after I learned algebra from you. Every day from 3:30 to 5:30. Did as hard as I could, went home, showered, did homework, and went to bed. And it felt great.
Yeah.
Just to do that.
Just to do
everything
that.
out.
And you did your homework.
I did my homework.
Okay, that was important. Partly because it clears our mind.
Yeah.
You know, it's like shaking the Etch-a-Sketch in the old days, right? Hitting delete, making everything clear. Now we can work again. Thank you, Chaz, for taking some time out of your day and coming in. As you go to college, I know you're still going to be, you know, coping with a lot of the things you've coped with so far. Is that depression that you mentioned before completely gone, or?
No, I still deal with that same depression and anxiety today. It's just the continued workout and exercise that keeps me going, and my mental stability there when it starts to go down, and anxiety and depression. Like, it's always going to be there, but you can always help it.
So having dealt with this for a while, you can kind of feel when it's coming.
And I feel when it's coming.
Nip it in the bud a little bit, come in, get a workout, release some endorphins.
Yeah.
And, you know, and we do everything else we need to do too. I know I'm still, if I had a bad knee, I go to the knee doctor. If my heart hurts, I go to a heart doctor. If my brain is confuddled, then I go get some therapy, which is, I think it's an application of the lesson we learned in this room about the importance of asking for and accepting help.
Definitely.
So thank you for hanging out with us for this last 10 minutes or so. I know for a fact that if there's more information you want about exercise and particularly adolescent health, there will be some links at the bottom of this video, and we invite you to click on those. If you want to come in person, I'll be here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning, 6 to 7:30 at the CVU Fitness Center, and every day after school from 3:30 to 5:30. Look forward to meeting you. We going?
Yeah, we're going.
Okay, this is the most important aspect of the whole darn thing. Connecting with one another, sharing in the strength, sharing in the struggle, sharing in the victory. Thanks, bud.